Hey YouTube, it's Lisa. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you very much for stopping by. If you are new to this channel, I discuss fountain pens, journaling supplies, art supplies every once in a while as well. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. I really do appreciate it. Today's video is going to be my March 2023 currently inked that I have my pens stored currently in my hand-stitched leather tee journal cover. So let's get into it. This is actually take 2 of this video, and I actually already shot the video, and I'm sorry that my voice is kind of hoarse. I'm still kind of recovering from whatever bug I have. I already shot everything yesterday, but when I went back and looked at it, certain parts of the video won't upload, so I've got to reshoot it anyhow, and I had errors on the main part. So this is take 2. Hopefully this will be a very clean version, but I won't be writing out the samples since I've already written out the samples. So hopefully you'll sit back, grab a tea, grab something to drink, and enjoy this video. This month in March, I have 5 pens currently inked up. They are my Sailor Stellar Black Hole. This has a Architect nib. I have my Faber Castle Emotion in an extra fine. I have my TSWBI Eco in a medium nib. I have my Sailor, I think this is a 1911. Yes, a 1911, and this has got a zoom nib. And lastly, my latest acquisition, and you'll see an unboxing video of this, is the Pilot Fermo capless, oops, oh my god, thank god the nib is not out, capless fountain pen. That's what I have. So in each of these I have the following inks, and certain inks started like the very beginning of March, and I actually ran it dry, or I emptied it out by mistake, which I had at the beginning of February. Let me just pull this out of here. This is in a Hobonichi Weeks memo book. Let's see here. Just a last week, actually. I had the Leonardo, it's not a Momento Zero, it's actually a Nuda. It's a special edition fountain pen with Emmy from Pen Ventures. I had Van Dieman's Harvest Series Beetroot Relish. That ran out, and then my TSWBI Draco special edition had Diamond Oxblood. That ran out just last weekend. So I mean, this is Sunday. It ran out like Friday of last week. So those two didn't make the cut for today's. So what I currently have inked up, like I said, is the TSWBI Eco Black, which is this one. This has Ferris wheel press Stroke of Midnight in it, and that's what it looks like in one sample, and this is what it looks like in Tomoe River paper. I have the Sailor Pro Gear. This is one of my latest acquisitions, and the first fountain pen I got in 2023 with the new Architect nib. Let me do that like that. Get that to focus in there. Beautiful nib. I got this work done by Mr. Nib Smith himself. Fantastic writing experience, and as you can see, it has that wonderful sparkle throughout the body. I'm loving this Architect nib. I might have to get more than one of these eventually. And like I said, this has Sailor Shikori Shimmy ink in it. I think that's how you pronounce it, and if I butchered it, I'm really sorry. The Sailor 1911 with the zoom nib. This is another, I don't use this pen very often, but it's a fantastic nib. Look at that nibbage. This one has in it Van Dieman's Wilderness Series Azure Kingfisher, and I love this ink because it shades, and the shading on it is just really, it's really nice. And then I have these a little out of order. Let's see here, TSWBI was first. I have my Faber Castle. this Emotion has the most practical clip of almost all of my fountain pens. I love this clip because it's just really easy. This pen is an extra fine nib. It's a wonderful writer. I just really enjoy writing with this pen. It's good for every day, and it's got some heft to it, but all in the right place, with most of it sitting in right here, right below the grip section. This cap is probably one of the heaviest, though, I've ever had on a pen. And in this one, I have Faber Castle Cognac Brown. And Faber Castle inks, I like them because they're actually kind of water resistant. So it's kind of a really cool pen to write with. And then my latest acquisition is the Pilot Fermo. And this is a capless pen like the Vanishing Point, where the pen nib ejects out of the body, and you really have to turn the nib so it stays in place, otherwise it will retreat back in. And unlike the Vanishing Point with the knock clicker, you can't accidentally eject your nib and actually have leakage in your pen. It takes a Con 50 converter. When I did the unboxing, I didn't ink it up, and then I inked it up for this video. I've got into this pen, Pilot Iroshizuku, and I'm using Shin. It's in a fine nib. Just a fantastic everyday writer. Really enjoying it. So you're looking at the samples of the writing on Tomoe River paper. And somebody said, please show the back of your paper so we can see the bleed through. None. You're going to get ghosting, but there's absolutely no bleed through with these inks, even when you're doing a swatch sample. This is Tomoe River and cream colored paper from Hobonichi. And again, the back, I've got bleed through, surprisingly, using Shin on just the swatch sample here. That did bleed through, but the rest of them did not. And if you want to see it on Stalogy, since I know that there's Stalogy users out there, these were the inks that I had and what the writing samples look like on Stalogy paper for currently inked. And here's the back. Now I find Stalogy paper to be kind of fickle because a lot of times, depending on your inks, especially if you're using like reds and stuff, they will bleed through. And you know, I did small swatch samples, so it was okay for this, but a lot of times they will bleed through. I have other swatch examples, and you can see if you're in reds and other colors, you're going to see a heavy ghosting, darn near some bleed through on some of the colors. So you just got to really be careful with Stalogy paper. And it doesn't do a really great job of showing off ink quality as far as shading, sheening, that kind of thing. Shimmer inks, they might show a little bit, but that's what it looks like in the junk journal. So this is what I currently have inked up. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Stay tuned because I've got a lot more exciting content coming out in the month of March. I am going to be doing a de-stash of these pens in this case, and I've got a full case of 20, I do believe. I have to figure out the pricing for these pens. But just to give you a sneak peek, I will be trying to unload some of these pens. I've got to figure out how I'm going to price them, but they will be up on my IG feed coming up. So when that happens, I will do a special announcement on the YouTube channel as well, and probably kind of just do a special post so that you guys know it's there, so if you're interested. All right, that's all I've got. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button so that you know when more content comes out. And until next time, stay safe, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.